at our villa, we have this little white cat that has become friends with us, and this morning she was eating some of our yogurt for breakfast, so we think she's quite hungry. So whilst we were in town, we went to the supermarket and we picked up some cat food. This only cost €1.
So today we're off on an exciting food tour around Gozo, and today we've just started in Bethlehem, and we're actually going to be with Abraham, who's going to be showing us how they make traditional Gozitan cheese.
Hi everyone, we're Hannah and Johnny, also known as Finding Our Adventure. We've lived life on the road, chasing unforgettable experiences around the world. Subscribe and join us each week for epic travel stories, untold adventures, and a journey beyond the ordinary. We've just checked into our second place that we're going to be staying in on Gozo, and it is with Dream Stays Gozo. They have multiple different properties across the island that you can choose from, and we are staying in a beautiful villa, so I thought I would show you around. So this is the entrance way. We've got a beautiful arch, and then as you come in there is a decent sized bathroom in here, which has got some stuff hanging up from the kayaking. And then as you come through, we've got a lovely double bed just through here, which has also got an ensuite. All of the rooms come with an ensuite, which is fantastic. So if you've got friends staying, you've all got your own little space. And then you come into this huge lounge space. It's got a big corner sofa, plenty of space for chilling and watching the TV. There's also a few books on the bookshelf, and so on the other behind the sofas just there are the two other bedrooms, and then we've got the bedroom that we are going to be staying in just through here, which is another lovely big bedroom. And we chose this bedroom because it's got like a really nice door just out to the outside space. But yeah, really cool with like the beams. Lovely bathroom area, plenty of space for all your clothes, and aircon, which is a must. To stay nice and cool, because it's I think mid-30s or something today, so very hot. There is also a lovely big fireplace here, I guess if you get cold, but I don't think we're going to be using that. We've also got a dining table here, where you can eat breakfast or whatever in the morning. Then we've got a kitchen just through opposite the dining table, and it's got pretty much everything you'd need. Got microwave, toaster, kettle. There's also a coffee maker. We've got a sink just there, oven, fridge, freezer, dishwasher, which is a massive woohoo, don't need to do any washing up. And yeah, it's got all the stuff you need, cups, plates, pans. And let's show you the outside. As you come outside, there's a lovely shaded area, which has got some table and chairs, which you can come and sit and eat outside. And the outdoor space is absolutely massive. Got lots of beautiful palm trees, plenty of places to come outside and sit and relax. We've got these sunbeds just here, plenty to choose from, overlooking this gorgeous pool, which I'll definitely be going in at some point today. And then if you follow me over here, we've got even more sunbeds overlooking the valley below. Lots of greenery and gorgeous buildings. Just everywhere you look is beautiful. Then we've got another shaded area through here, which has got a picnic bench. And there is a cute little bird box just there. We've also got this is like the olive grove tree area. Got some little steps and loads of seating, like plenty of areas you can just come and sit, read a book and relax. And this olive tree here looks huge. And there's one last place I need to show you outside before we end the tour. So now we're just about to enter the underground cave area, and on the opposite side we've got a barbecue station, so you can make the most of being outside and enjoying delicious food with this beautiful setting. And then we've got our underground eating space, and it's also got a kitchenette area over there, so you can do prep and stuff. And then you come through here, you have to mind your head a little bit, but there's a really cool little bar area where you can just come and sit with a drink overlooking the pool. Beautiful view with the palm trees. There's also a foosball table. But look at this. It's almost like, feels like in Santorini, where they've got like those little houses with the caves, and it frames the view really nicely. This villa sleeps up to 8 people, so it's an absolutely massive space. I feel like the actual outdoor area is huge, like there's loads and loads of room just to kind of like spread out, and just, it's like its own little kind of botanical garden as well. It's very, very beautiful. It's like a few aloes as well. And the scenery from the view just from here is amazing. I don't know if there's sunsets on this side, but they've done a really good job, and yeah, we're going to be staying here for the next 3 nights. We've had a lovely afternoon relaxing by the villa, and it's been a hot one today, so we've spent most of the time just in the shade as much as possible. We went and did a food shop at the local Lidl, which was very convenient. Got lots of nice stuff for dinner. We've got a delicious fresh salad with all sorts of goodies in it, and we've also made a friend. There's a lovely little white cat, which I think is currently by our feet. And I think she thinks she's going to get some dinner, but she might be a bit disappointed because I don't think she'll like any of this. Maybe a bit of the cheese, I don't know. But yeah, beautiful, and the sun's just starting to set now. And yeah, it's beautiful.
After dinner, we've decided to come down to the blue hole. It's not very blue at the moment because the sun is almost set, but it's just over there behind me. And I think we might come back at another time to actually snorkel in it, because it's supposed to be amazing for that. And also scuba diving as well and things like that. But the sun is just starting to set, so it's over there somewhere. But these cliffs behind us look really dramatic, so we're just going to sit here for a bit and enjoy a really nice golden sunset.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful place to come and watch the sunset. There's these gorgeous salt pans which we've just been walking around, and it's amazing how like naturally the rock kind of creates these little pools for the water to go into. And there's also some man-made ones where they've obviously made them more like a rectangle shape. But it's absolutely gorgeous here. You've got the huge cliffs on one side, and then there's like a little cave down there, and it's just very relaxing, and it feels almost like a Martian kind of landscape with the crazy like shapes and stuff. So sun's just dipping now, and it was a beautiful sunset.
Good morning everyone. Today we have decided to explore some more of Gozo Island, and our first stop is Garb village, and we've stopped at the Tarpinu Basilica. And very interestingly, it has a bit of a legend behind it, that one of the women in the village of Garb heard the voice of the Virgin Mary. And so there used to be a very small chapel here, and there still are the original elements when you go inside, just like the actual small chapel, but they upgraded it to this huge basilica. It's absolutely stunning outside, and what they're really well known for here as well in this church is the beautiful mosaics, which are just on this side. And they're absolutely spectacular. They're so beautiful with like the shiny bits and all the different types of rocks and gems that they've used to for different colours. It's very beautifully done.
So for this specific site, it's believed that it protected the island from getting the plague. So a lot of people find this place religiously significant. So as it's very hot today, we've made it to an amazing gorge. It looks very inviting. The water looks crystal clear. There's lots of people in there enjoying it. And yeah, we're gonna, without further ado, get in there now.
So we've just got back from the gorge, which was absolutely beautiful, and it was very refreshing in this very hot weather to go swimming in some nice cool water. It wasn't too busy either. The only disappointing thing about the gorge was that at the beginning bit where the ocean was obviously, because it's ocean water, there's quite a bit of plastic washed up on the shore and the visibility wasn't great, but we swam past that and then it was very clear visibility and there was no plastic further out, which was really nice. And we've just got back to our villa and we've had a shower to freshen up and to wash all the salt off. And Hannah's just made us a nice lunch to give us some energy before heading out to Victoria in a little bit to explore. We have made it to the Citadella here in Victoria this afternoon, and this place is absolutely massive and it's so full of history. We've just been into one of the museums where we've been learning all about the empires that basically ruled here in Gozo, and so it's had Roman, it's had Arab rulers, it's had the Crusaders came here and used this as a base to launch crusades in the Holy Land from. And obviously the British Empire ruled here for a long time as well. And this fortress, this citadella that we're in at the moment, this absolutely massive fort, was basically part of the the Knights of St. John. And it's absolutely massive. I can't believe how big it is, and it absolutely dominates the skyline here in Victoria. And it's just an incredible place to be. We've been going in and out of some of the smaller museums that they have on site here because it's still very hot outside at the moment, so we've been sheltering from the sun there. But as it gets a little bit cooler, we can wander around here and just tell you a little bit more about what this citadella is all about.
We were feeling quite peckish and we're still in Victoria, and we decided to come to Gozo-Malta because we heard that it's got some of the best pizza in town and on the island. And it's just arrived and they look absolutely amazing. I went for the margarita, which comes with buffalo mozzarella,
and Johnny went for the Diavola.
After our absolutely delicious pizza, probably one of the best pizzas we've had for a long time actually, so highly recommend that. And we just ventured into the side streets of Victoria, and we've come across this absolutely incredible street, which we actually saw the other day. You can't really see it from here, I'll show you in a minute. But these buildings are absolutely stunning. It has a very like Middle Eastern kind of feel here, with like the balconies and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a really cool place to visit. It is a very busy street, like lots of the streets out here. There's lots of narrow, winding roads for the cars to come through, and the drivers here do drive quite quick, so you have to watch out for that as well. But yeah, it has a really cool atmosphere here. It's kind of like no other place we've experienced in Europe. It does feel like we're in the Middle East or like Morocco or something like that, but it has a very unique feel, and yeah, we're absolutely loving it so far. We've just turned down off the street that we were on because it was getting quite busy into this side street. And I don't know, it just feels very cool to come down this. It feels like the buildings are very ancient, the walls are all quite close together, and the stone and the rocks here, if you look at these ones behind, look very like worn and weathered, and like up here as well. It's just, yeah, it's really cool. It's got a very, as I said, unique feel to it here. And it's just really cool wandering around. It's definitely a lot cooler now, so that makes it a lot easier to get out of the car, out of the AC, and walk around the streets. And actually, with the sun dipping below the buildings now, we're quite a bit in the shade as well, which has made it a lot cooler. So here on the islands of Malta and Gozo, they speak predominantly Maltese and English. And what we've learned since we've been on the island is that Maltese actually sounds very much like Arabic. Quite a lot of it, you could easily mistake it for Arabic. And apparently Arabic speakers can understand a lot of Maltese as well because it has a lot of similarities. But added with the architecture and the sound of the language, as I said, it kind of does feel like you're a bit in the Middle East, and it's a very cool place to come in Europe, because if you want to have that Middle Eastern feel but in a European country, then it's definitely the place to come. And the food that we've had so far has been absolutely fantastic. The people have been incredibly friendly, and it's also quite a small island here in Gozo, so it's very easy to get around. Everywhere we've been driving has been no more than 10 minutes away. So you get in the car, you drive from one location. If you want to go see another spot, you can see quite a bit in one day. So there are a lot of people that come here on day trips as well, because you can just jump on the sightseeing buses and see quite a few of the places, but it's definitely worth coming for a few days. We're going to be here for a week in total, but yeah, coming here for a few days and exploring the island in a bit more depth is definitely something we'd recommend. Luckily, we made the right decision of turning down that street, because we just come across a pedestrian zone, and the street buildings and the street and buildings here are very much like the street we were on, but obviously there's no bikes or cars zipping past us, so we're able to spend a little bit more time and be a bit slower walking through these streets, and it just looks absolutely magical. Also, we have seen a few times as we've been walking around red telephone boxes, obviously from when the British were here, and they're now very much like what we have in Cornwall back home, where the telephone boxes have been turned into like mini libraries, which is really cool. So it's the same sort of concept that we have back in the UK. And yeah, it's cool to see those still sticking around. At our villa, we have this little white cat that has become friends with us, and this morning she was eating some of our yogurt for breakfast, so we think she's quite hungry. So whilst we were in town, we went to the supermarket and we picked up some cat food. This only cost €1, so hopefully she likes it. And we've just actually seen another cat lying on our table outside, but it ran off as soon as we got back. Let's just run off over there again. Oh, here she comes. So yeah, I'll show you now. Hello. Ooh. It's there, look. She's absolutely loving the €1 cat food, so if you're here in Gozo and find a cat and want to feed it, the €1 cat food from, I think it was called Greens, the supermarket was in Victoria. So yeah, definitely worth it, and she's gobbling it all up. She came shooting over and couldn't wait for me to get the food out, but yeah, very hungry cat, so she's going to be nice and full and a very happy kitten tonight.
Good morning, guys. So today we're off on an exciting food tour around Gozo, and today we've just started in Bethlehem, and we're actually going to be with Abraham, who's going to be showing us how they make traditional Gozitan cheese. Got an amazing spread behind us, and he was explaining like how he would add like different types of like sun-dried tomatoes, pepper, fennel to the cheeses and create like his own types of cheeses. So yeah, we're really excited to be here and see how he makes them. He's also got a beautiful garden over there where he grows his own vegetables. We were looking at the squash that he grows. They're absolutely massive. There's tomatoes and onions. Everything's fresh from the garden, so we're really excited to be here and try some too.
Abram, how old do you think this is?
It's around 100 years old.
It's made out of terracotta.
Yes, and when they started at the beginning for ceramic, like ceramic first started in Japan, then it moved to Europe. I think it's a Sicilian thing.
Okay.
They used to export it back then.
From Sicily to here.
Yes. I think they still do the new in Sicily, but anyway.
So what's in the bowl?
So
Zinjla.
the sheep were milked this morning, and we add rennet to it. Rennet comes from the stomach of a lamb who never ate, only drank his mother's milk. So there's drops add to it and salt, and it hardens the cheese like.
Oh, it's very like creamy.
Creamy,
Yeah.
You can eat it all.
I'm gonna be like, whoa,
Yeah.
roll out of here.
That's it. That's it for the day.
It's actually quite fresh though as well.
Yeah, it is.
It's quite light as well.
You
It's
can-
like
you
a
cannot
nice
get
balance.
Fresher than that. like.
Yeah. Wow.
You made that look really easy.
Yeah, that's actually really hard. It like this. Is that okay? Is that full enough?
Yes, good.
Do you want to do one more and then we'll
Sure.
give it to the expert?
Yeah, they're like, hurry up. Yeah, it's actually quite hard to get it in.
Quite like jelly.
Yeah, it's like jelly, yeah.
I'm still increasing like. Well, this year almost all males. You see how many lambs? 2 ladies only.
They're outnumbered.
We have just finished part 1 of our food tour here in Gozo, and we've been spending some time with Abraham and his family, who've been making some sheep's cheese, which tasted absolutely fantastic. And what we're doing now is we're heading over to a bakery, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be collecting all the pieces of all the different foods that we see on this food tour, and we're going to be having a nice feast later, which we're excited for. But Abraham, they live in a traditional Gozitan home, and they've got like their farm on there. They've got the sheep and the chickens, and it's just such a cool place. Like, we love looking inside his house where he's like basically dug out the cave, and they've created like a sitting area. And the bit that we saw inside used to be where the sheep lived, but he kicked the sheep out to hire on his land so he could turn that into his house. And they've got like that amazing outdoor seating area and cooking area, so they can shelter from the sun. But it's such a cool family, and we're very excited to continue this food tour.
So it's a family business. So coming from his mother's side, so his father's involved, and his mum's cousin's husband is involved.
So everyone in the family.
They're the main 2 bakers at this point in time.
Okay.
And Naeem kind of more runs the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in the morning I come and we get the dough up from the, yes, I show you
Yes, from the machine.
and we start cutting the bread.
Big one.
Okay.
From
You're big.
from these big pools.
From the seawater I threw it there for 7 days.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
After 7 days I pumping in the pans.
Ah, nice.
If you threw it direct from the sea, don't make salt.
Ah, okay. So it
Yes,
needs to be
because
from
the seawater is some cold
Yes.
and then the sun finish.
Okay.
But from there is strong.
Yeah. It's more concentrated.
Because it's concentration and will be like that down after 7 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So actually, when it's in this bigger pool, what happens is it heats up and it starts to evaporate within that 7 days. And that's what he's saying. From being completely full, within 7 days, it'll get down to about there and be really, really hot.
Yeah.
And then he pumps them into the smaller ones, and then he'll yield some salt after 3 or so days in the shallow pans.
You tell?
And then this one first.
Yes. Like what you want, this or this.
Okay, let's see muscles because
Whoa.
it's now spin it. Use your hands to spin it.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey!
That actually feels a lot more uncomfortable than being like.
But over time, I think you will find that
Oh,
will
I am
start to
Shabiya.
hurt you.
I am Shay.
Do you want
That's what he
to give
said,
it a
your neck
try?
bone.
Yeah, we're going back this way, yeah?
دوت يدلك لي أواك أتهسا مش قوم دوت هسا يزيد قوم دوات أما ين أتلو الله والدربة يوات هسا right.
You flat, don't. He is strong.
He is strong.
So
He can come help you.
yes.
We've had the most amazing morning with Leanne, tasting lots of different foods all around Gozo. We've just come from the salt pans where Alfredo has been showing us how hard he works in the salt pans. And it's really amazing to learn all about how, and actually showing us how they do it. And the amount of work that he does, he has had to do it for, I think he said he started in his 20s and he's been doing it for the last 30 years. And what they try and do is they try and beat the sun. So they get up really early in the morning and they'll collect it all, like the whole area. I think it stretches over 3 kilometres. So they have their own patch and there's 3 different salt harvesters, I guess, along that stretch. And he said he's got over 600 that he would harvest in a day, which is insane when you actually see it and the amount of hard work that it is. And Johnny got to try actually carrying buckets of salt. They actually said that because it wasn't harvesting time today, that he was just demonstrating the amount. So the salt actually would have a lot of water, so it would have been even heavier than the buckets Johnny was carrying. So yeah, amazing hard work. We've just come to this beautiful land here where we've got olive groves, and we are going to be tasting all of the amazing stuff that we've been collecting along the way this morning. It has been such a cool experience getting to meet a lot of the locals here and the traditions that they're preserving, and being able to taste all of the amazing produce that they have here on the island.
So these are your Goziton staples. So this is the base of our lunch meal, or the base of like a farmer or a working man's meal. So we've got the hoops, the hubza, or the ftira, which is the flatbread. Of course, we've got fresh tomatoes. We've got Gozo salt that we've just collected off the salt pans. Very important, tamakel olive oil that is here from this olive grove. And one of our most magic ingredients is conserva, which is concentrated tomatoes. So when the very overripe tomatoes get to the end of their life, we cook them down and then put them in shallow plates out in the sun to kind of concentrate and evaporate, and it turns into this paste. And you can either add salt or you can add sugar to get a sweeter product, but the most common is the salty conserva. So this is the base. So bread, this on top, a sprinkle of salt and a lashing of olive oil, and they're your Goziton basics. And then of course over here, these are all the beautiful add-ons that you can have here. So here we've got garlicky beans. So these are the flat, broad beans, and they've been dressed with olive oil and garlic and parsley. You've got sun-dried tomatoes, which is right now is sun-drying tomato season. They've been minced up just to make it easier to eat. Stuffed olives. The stuffed olives are stuffed with tuna and anchovies. So tuna is a very, very common, we've got some more tuna over here. Tuna is a very common protein to have at lunchtime, to have with bread, to have as a filling for a sandwich type thing. So both the olives there and have tuna inside, and those as well. And then of course we've got the famous jbena where we visited this morning. This is the fresh jbena, and these ones have been dried and brined. This one with chili and this one with black pepper. And these of course are our famous galletti biscuit,
which are really hardy and hold up really well when you're trying to carry dips and things on them. But they're traditionally used for seasickness. The fishermen would carry them in their pockets just to prevent that nausea while they were out on sea. And that's basically it. And of course, no Goziton meal is complete without a glass of wine.
Let's feast.
Let's feast.
We've had the most amazing day with Leanne, who owns Taste Gozo. We would highly recommend booking with her. She's extremely knowledgeable about all things about the Goziton food. She's a massive foodie and she knows all the best places to try all of the traditional foods and the freshest food, and we've had just an amazing time. We met Abraham this morning with his delicious cheeses, and then we went on to the bakery, Dubara Bakery, and it's amazing how like the family tradition that they've passed down their sourdough recipe from generation to generation, and they make it fresh every day. And what's quite sad is that there used to be bakeries across the whole of the island. There'd be more than one per village, and nowadays there's not as many traditional bakeries, and so they're kind of like a lasting tradition that is really interesting to see, and how they make it and they bake it. It's amazing. So then after we went to the bakery, we then went to the, trying to remember now, the salt. Yeah, we met Alfredo at the salt pans. That was intriguing how they do that, and how hard they work is insanely impressive, and it's absolutely beautiful there as well, just to see the salt pans. And then after that we went to the olive grove. So it was Michael's olive grove, where they grow olives, and they had quite a bad harvest last year, but they're hoping this year, it looks like it's going to be a good one, so hopefully that all goes well. But it was an absolutely beautiful setting to enjoy all of the food that we'd seen in the morning. And I mean, I could have eaten so much more, but my belly got very full very quickly. And then after that we went to meet Mark, who makes his very own liqueurs from one, basically there's a grove just opposite where he lives, which was his wife's dad's groves, and so he has taken over most of them now, and he grows lemons and oranges, mandarins, mulberries, lots and lots of different fruits, and he's basically come up with his own recipes of different, like limoncello. Got to try his new recipe, which was absolutely divine. It was a mixture of ginger and I think lemon.
Limoncello,
yeah. Yeah, limoncello. That was my favourite. But really, really nice people. It was really cool to see kind of a bit of behind the scenes of how it all works. And yeah, we'd highly recommend it. We'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to book a tour with Leanne and get to taste lots of incredible food.
Wow, it has been a very hot afternoon. I don't know if you can notice, but I've got a bit of a mosquito bite from yesterday evening. But it's turned into a lovely, cool afternoon. It's gone 7 o'clock now. And apparently this is when most of the locals then come out again, because it's much cooler. And yeah, it's just been so hot. It's been 38, I think it said today. And also our friend has found us again. Does anyone say hello? Say hi. She's very vocal and she's really sweet. When we come back, she comes running for us, and we've been giving her lots of food and she's been very happy. But yeah, absolutely love Gozo, and the locals here seem to love the cats. They really look after them. One of the parks in Victoria is known for quite a few cats there, and they have like a proper feeding program. So the people that look after the park there also make sure that they look after the cats, which is amazing. And yeah, just absolutely loving it here. The villa is gorgeous here for sunset. We've got an amazing view just here overlooking the valley, and yeah, eaten so much good food today, and just really loving Gozo. I think it's a really, really cool destination, especially if you like being
if you like the ocean, also if you love food, history, steeped in history. There's so many amazing historical sites that we have got planned to visit as well. And yeah, it's just exceeded our expectations. Already planning a trip to come back because we've just loved it. And yeah, meeting a cat as well makes it even more an exciting experience. Anywhere that we meet animals, I'm always like, oh, so amazing. But this cat is extra friendly and super, super, super nice. Well, I'll show you her now. What are you doing?
So it is almost 9 p.m. here at the villa, and we have decided, because it's been so hot today, we didn't actually feel hungry earlier, but it's cooled down to about 28 degrees now, so we're feeling a bit peckish. So what we've done is we've basically got the barbecue on. We've got some jerk chicken here on some skewers, which is cooking along nicely now. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to tuck into this, and then we will be heading to bed not too long, because we are absolutely exhausted from all the exploring we've done today. It's been very hot, but we've absolutely loved our time so far here on Gozo. It is our last night here at this villa, but we've still got plenty of adventures to come here on the island. So we'll see you guys in the morning for more exploring, and we can't wait to take you along.
Good morning, guys. So today we've come to Duerja Bay, and we're just at Inland Sea, which is a beautiful little cove which has got this massive rock face, and it's got a little tunnel cave that you can go through. And what we're going to be doing is going on one of the boat rides here, which you can do for €5 each. It lasts about 15 minutes, and Leanne, who we met yesterday, recommended it. She said it's really, really good value for money for what you get to do and get out and see all the beautiful caves, and apparently the colour of the water is insane.
We've just finished our little boat ride around the caves, which was really cool. The water was very clear, but it's absolutely roasting again now today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the car, and we're going to go grab our snorkelling gear, because we're going to go for a little bit of a swim in the inland sea, because the water clarity is amazing. So hopefully there's some fish in there, and it looks very calm and peaceful. So yeah, we're definitely going to go in there for a little bit of a cool down, and then just enjoy this place. It is very busy here though, because there's a lot of day trippers come on the coaches and the like the quad bikes and stuff, so be aware of that. I reckon about 90% of the people here are probably day trippers, but yeah, so they come and go. There's two big car parks, and one of them is very full of coaches, so just be aware of that when you come. But yeah, definitely Gozo is worth coming for more than just a day trip, just so you can take it a little bit slower and enjoy the sights at a little bit more of a leisurely pace.